Hello everyone, good morning. Let's discuss today related to dynamic CRM JavaScript driven customization issues. So today you will learn if you are not able to see buttons in the forms level, either home level, so how to resolve those issues, how to debug those items. Suppose if you want to know which JavaScript is added to this specific buttons. So how to check that one? We covered that part yesterday as well, but today I will tell you how to debug those items. Good morning, everyone. So sometimes what happen, we are not able to understand. Suppose if someone say in our real time scenario, like I'm not able to perform this particular action and I'm not able to see those button. So sometimes we have to do real time debugging. But how to do that real time debugging, we will come to know. So yesterday we are able to see those button into the ribbon side and we are able to click those button, and now we have to hide and show those button based on the security roles or based on the record status. So we will cover all those points in today's code. So you will come to know, like based on different combination, I need to hide some buttons, and some specific security role users only they can get that information. So are you ready for today? And hope you already covered all those items whatever we discussed yesterday. Hey Devesh, can you ask him to join others person? Are you getting that message here? Let me know if you are not able to get the link. Hey, because good morning. You have to check your notification on daily basis, like at least for Monday to Friday, and Saturday mostly we will try to join this session. But maybe in second Saturday we will try to skip that part. Hope without even sometimes today is Friday. So I'm not able to paste sometime this link to everyone. So you have to take care sometimes those notification. So it's better you have to go into your this particular channel setting and you will get that option, like if new class is started, so you will get a notification here, right? Let me know if so. Yeah, hope you all covered yesterday items, whatever we discussed, or do you have any issues while implementing that particular approach? I think I try to cover all those scenario in very details. So if you at least tried from beginning, so I don't think so you will get any issue. Morning, everyone. Are you getting any issue while implementing our task? Try to join on time so that we can save our time and we can utilize our maximum time here. How many team members you have tried this part? Or I need this is okay that I can perform that action and that is sufficient. If you are doing something, you may face different types of issues. Hey Nadeem, good morning. Or that could be a different option, like I'm trying to explain in that manner, you will not get any issues. What could be the possible reason? If this is second option, just give me thumbs up. Or if you are not trying, if you are not trying, then maybe you have to spend some time and then you have to do. So there is, what types of issue you have faced during that implementation? Otherwise, we can proceed further. This is not only tried, we have to complete that process. Are you able to create those buttons? Let me share my screen meanwhile. I need everyone participation here so that we should have fruitful output here, because almost we cover most of the JavaScript related topics. So if you are facing any issues, we can cover here. Otherwise, this will also again a recorded session. Like we are getting multiple recorded session in the internet. But if you are utilizing, I hope you all are able to see my screen. Yes, yes or no? So here, at least give me thumbs up. You can type something if you are with me. So let's try something like, suppose if I want to check what is going on. This is the JavaScript function that we have written. Where is our JavaScript function? Where is claim? Okay, let's create a new file here so that we will have that one next time, even if it is how to add a JavaScript file here. New items, script claim. What is the name of this file? So suppose claim driven library, and because this is backup file here, I can add 042026. It will take some additional time, but make this particular process in such a way so that you should have that file in your local browser as well. We have added this file into this solution. Tomorrow we will cover some interview questions, right? So be ready for tomorrow, like interview questions, basic interview questions. Yogender ji, Aswani, everyone, I need your support here so that at least we can utilize our skills. How to utilize those skills? If we got something additional, then only we have that benefit. Otherwise, if we have, you know, a bunch of information, we have huge knowledge even, and if we are not getting additional, and we are try to even uh, get the job, so it's very difficult, even if we are spending time here and we are not able to achieve something. So this is the JavaScript code that we have. There is a syntax error which are available here. That's why some of the code is not working here. So this comma is missing here. Okay, let me upload that updated file and then let's try what's going on. Make sure if you are writing something, it should be bug free. Like if it is a syntax related issue, so even there is a small issue here, you cannot complete your activity. Why? Because if there is a single line of uh, code issue here, so that's it, especially for syntax error. Runtime error is fine, but syntax error is there, your entire code will not work. And even if you try to click somewhere, like I'm trying to click here, so there is nothing happen. So save as draft, even if we are doing here, so nothing happen here. So make sure, and also one more thing, suppose if you want to try to debug this one, so there is a specific keyword here, so that if you try to click here inspect or F12, then if you try to click here, it will automatically come here debugging. So you can write, if you want to stop that one, you can directly write this debugging. So what is the benefit here? Debugging, I will tell you. I can save it, or maybe here I can add that debugging. Okay, that's fine. We'll upload that file and we'll publish it again. I will tell you. So what types of debugging we can do in such scenario. I'm trying to showcase that level of code here, like practically how we are doing. So this is one level of development here we have. There is another option also for debugging, that is called local folder debugging. So if we are doing in this manner, so about what happen, we have to completely change our code. We have to publish it into the library, and then we have to publish that particular code. But there is another option also available. We can directly upload or link our code from local library. Local library means, suppose we have created this file or we have saved this file into a specific location. Sorry. Specific location means either I can create a folder in D drive, E drive, F drive, or desktop, and I can map this file, JavaScript file, into that folder, and I can directly change that particular function and can save that one. It will directly link the local file. Local file means as of now the file is available in the server side. So that linking into this particular file is from CRM server side. But if I'm going to link that file maybe from one of my folder, which folder? Suppose CRM, I have created this folder. I want to link that file into this particular place. So whatever I'm going to change here, it will directly reflect into the server side. So what is the benefit here? If I'm going to link that one, so it will save our time. And even if there is one file, maybe I am working in this particular file. There is another developer, he need to perform some action into the same file. How to achieve even in the real time, in the same time? That I can achieve with the help of local folder debugging. Once I have, my code uh, in working state, I can even share that code, and even I can merge that code into the main file, but there is no blocker. So benefit here is, even in a same file we can work together even without importing into the system. So how we are doing currently, if I need to change something here, I need to copy this one, I need to upload into CRM, and I need to publish it. So that is the process that I am doing here. So let me check if I have uploaded that debugging. Yes, let me do publish here, and then we'll try how to do this web resource debugging part. Very simple and straightforward option we have here. Suppose we published it. Now go to here, because that particular code we have written in this particular ribbon area. Let's do 2 times refresh. Why refresh is needed here? Because we have uploaded our latest code into the JavaScript file. JavaScript file is loading from cache sometime. So maybe our latest code is not loading into this particular form. That's why sometimes our code are not reflecting whatever business logic we have done, that is not reflecting. So what to do? Sometimes we have to clear the cache, because to improve the application performance here, we are telling like our JavaScript or client side code will store into our local machine. Local machine means client's local storage. So if we have to perform, we have to clean up that old JavaScript code so that our latest code will reflect. So what we have to do? Click here, here in the right side. Right side means if we are doing left side click, it will reload directly, normal reload. But even if we are trying to click here as right click, so we have three options: normal reload, hard reload, or empty cache and hard reload. So we have to choose third option here, empty cache and hard reload. What it will do? It will clear all the cache related to this particular client machine, and it will reload the latest code from server side, whatever we have changed. So suppose sometimes you have published something in the client side, and you are getting multiple calls. Hey, your code is not reflecting into the live application. So what to do? You can ask, hey, can you do the that cache? Can you clear the cache once? Can you do hard refresh? Sometimes those types of issues are there, so it's better you have to close, or you ask team to close your browser, and you need to ask them to open it again. Even if your code are not reflecting, you have to ask like, hey, can you perform this action? What is the action? Inspect, and right click, empty cache and hard replace. And you all know there is another option to clear the cache, right? From here you can check the history. You can ask team to clear the history, especially for browser cache. Understood? But now let's see here. Suppose if I want to check something, suppose I want to click on submit for approval. So here, because I have added this particular file, so I have not opened this file, and I have not added here the manual here debugger, because I have written a special keyword that is called debugging, right? Debugging here I have added, so it will directly start into this particular line, so that if I need to do some debugging, I can use my F10 key. F10 key means F10. If I need to go inside this particular file, So I need to use, this is another process running into my system, so don't worry about that one. What was that? Ignore that part. So now if I need to go inside this particular function, so to debug something I need to use F10, and then if I need to go inside this line, so I need to use F11. F11, okay, F11. If I need to go, how to do that part? What is the issue here? This function is F level. Yes. Okay, so let me add here another breakpoint. Likewise, if I have not added here debugger, so I can add here debugger, or it will you we can use this option. Like if I need to add one more debugger, so right click and add breakpoint in the JavaScript. So here let me try to use this one. So submit for approval. Now I can use here those icon also for debugging part. This is for F10 and this is for F11. F10, and even because one debugger inside that function also. So F10, why it is not going inside that one? Okay, so we'll check that part. Now, how many parameters it is required here? Form context, field name, and option set. Go to definition, claim management. Oh, there is another. We did wrong calling methodology here. That's why it is not available, because we have third level of here hierarchy, right? Same thing here we have to do. So same thing where, that's why it is not working. Claim. Okay, let's publish it and then we'll see. These types of silly mistake we have to avoid. So if we learn something, we should not do similar types of issue again and again. These are the learning. Now I'm trying to write some code from my end and try to explaining you so that you can learn. Okay, same thing. Let's do hard refresh. One more time. If it will not work, we can click on submit for approval. Hope you understand. Any questions, anything that, see here. Now, if we are going to click here, submit for approval, submit button click, right? So our code, you have seen one option here, right? This record status change to submitted. How? I have clicked this button and this status is changed and that record also changed. Save. So now if I have to create one more button, so now if that I have to write some logic here. What is the logic here? Based on your understanding here, suggest me. Suppose if I have submitted this particular request, so do you want me to showcase those two buttons? Yes or no? Suppose I have submitted this record, and this record is status is showing submitted. So, do you want me to showcase those buttons? Those are needed or not? Because if I want to click here, save as submit, save as draft. What is the meaning of here doing this save as draft? Because I already submitted this request. Either I should have a another button that is called recall my request. So that is another functionality, but we should understand our functionality here because we want to implement some process. So if record status is submitted, we should not, or even the submitter should not see those two buttons. Why? Because those buttons are not needed when request is submitted mode. Either submitted mode, either in approved mode, or either in close status. Right? So it means if record status is in draft mode, then only I can see those two buttons. Understood? You clear or not? Why? Because to perform that action, we have to use this logic here. So what is the logic? If record status here is in draft mode, then only we have to show those two buttons, otherwise hide it. Okay, how to do this activity? We have that option. Where we have to write that code? Maybe here. If so, now we will go for a global function here. So what to do if we want to check some option set value here? Set value is fine, set submit mode. So that I'm going to close. That is not needed, right? So now we will try to create a function. Set no return what how to I'm thinking like what could be the best possible solution here so that we can create a global function, and we have to pass here the schema name and the option set value, and and then we have to it then function should return true or false based on different scenario, and we have to pass some keyword here. Okay. uh, Return what could be the best here name here, return visibility or check get the what could be the best option? Can someone suggest like how check bu button visibility visibility. So here function here what we have to do here, because this is internal, we will pass field name, we will get the current value, Okay, field name and mode. Mode means or button name, but button name. We will pass the button name here. Based on the button name, it will return like when this particular button will visible. Okay, so suppose what to do here, based on the form context we will get the current value. How to get that current value? Attribute okay, so how field, based on the field name we are getting the attribute. If that attribute is blank, then we will return here. Now we will get the get value where attribute value here, this one I'm trying to utilize get value, this one attribute value, attribute value we are getting here. So suppose and case, right? If case statement, so let me try to write a case statement. You all know case statement in JavaScript. I will tell you why I'm utilizing this case state, so that I may be here expression. Okay, is expression if button name, if button name here is, if button name here is save as draft. Let's define a variable here. Where return value equal to false. Default value here is false. So suppose here if it is draft mode, right? And what we can check here, if button name is save as draft and field name we are getting this one, so and the okay, here we have to check something else. If one more condition we have to, maybe we can ask AI to give the better solution here. If attribute value here is, attribute value here is 1, then return value is true, else false, right? Suppose similar case, if it is okay, save as draft and same thing we have to do. Even we can add here multiple case even in the same scenario. If it is submit, what is the button name here? I will tell you how I am trying to achieve that one. I will explain you, don't worry. So I just want to write some code here so that you can understand. Okay, so submit button also visible when the option set value is 1. It means submit, save as draft and submit for approval will be visible only when this draft status is 1. So I will show you all the option set value. Where are those value? Okay, so status code draft is 1. Status code. Now we have to showcase those one, and here this is not the default case, and also I will tell you how to even optimize this one. Now approve, if it is approved level, so it should have a option set value. It will display only when this status is submitted, right? And even reject also. REGCT. Reject also should visible only when it is approved. Okay, so not only this one save as draft will visible only, even if it is rejected also. Suppose someone rejected that particular request, so it will even display that one. So let me add that condition also here. Okay, so here we can showcase here, if both the case are same, we can use here this condition. So this code is not needed, and even if we can write that code, it means for similar condition we can optimize this code, so it will work in same manner. Either it is approved, either it is rejected, or that value. So here either it is one value, or right, or attribute value here is attribute value here. What is the reject value here? I will tell you. So reject value, so this particular button will display only when either save as draft or rejected mode. So I will showcase all those permutation combination here. When approve button, this save as draft. When we have to showcase save as draft button, either that status status of this record will be draft mode, right? Because I have not submitted this one, that's the reason both the buttons should display. Either I can do further modification. So once I have clear everything and I want to final submit this one, so once it is submitted I should not showcase both the buttons. So that is the one. So save as draft, and even approver reject that part. So user should have option to add something and they can save submit for approval again, right? So it will display when approval status is draft. So these types of requirement you will receive in your user story and you have to perform it. draft and reject. You have to showcase this particular button. Submit, when you have to show submit button, same, submit. It should display in draft and reject mode. Okay. Approve, when this button will display, who can showcase, that is the additional condition. But when we have to showcase this button in draft mode, no, right? When it is submitted. So when it is submitted, we have to showcase this one. Okay. And when reject, reject also same. When it is submitted, showcase that one. So our condition here is, so only when save as draft button is draft and reject, submit only when draft and rejected, approve only submitted, and reject also only submitted. Even if it is closed, do you want us to showcase save as draft? No, right? Submitted? No. Approve? No. Reject? No. So only those status we have to showcase those button. That is the process that we have to do. Okay, how to achieve that part? So how to achieve? We already achieve. Like if button name we can pass and the schema name we will pass, this particular code will take care everything. Okay, let's try to refine this one. How to refine? Let's try if ChatGPT can refine this one. Hmm, give better code for below JS function, or we can say review. I have written different vice versa. ChatGPT can understand. Okay, so here improved version. Let's try to use and let's see. Okay, so here what is the suggestion here we have received? We have received like this is null check also. So here they have only refined this particular line of code. Otherwise, I think we have written code in good quality. Okay, so suppose if written here is, oh, they have given the return attribute also here. So it will return false, return this one, return this one. Okay. Now we have to showcase here return this function and this particular function, whatever this function visibility we have here, we have to pass. So whatever value it will show. So here what we have to pass, we have to pass here form context, first parameter as form context, yes, then, and the here is the code, and then again what is the button name here, we have written that button code here is save as draft. So let's send this text only. If you are not able to understand something, let me know, because based on my understanding, based on my exposure, I know these are the conditions that I have to follow. But if you have any doubt, let me know. Here I have to change only because I have written that types of function here. It will take care dynamically and it will calculate everything. Here what I have passed, I have to pass here submit, because I have written this particular code inside the logic. Submit. Now similar thing. So go for that level of coding so that you have to reuse. That is the why, that's why we have to use reusability, code reusability. This will be neat and clean. That's why we will get more money if you have approve button. Okay, so here similar manner here. Now let's reject, but let's try to use copy paste so that I can type, but I just want to avoid any silly mistake. So here we have written this particular calling methodology. We keep everything very simple and straightforward. So what we have done, so suppose if there is a one person, they want to achieve the same thing. So what you have to do, what types of code you have to write here. Sometimes I'm not saying you may be more expert here, but suppose if you have to write something, so you are writing this piece of code in each and every section, each every button here under this one. So the same types of code I have written somewhere separately, and I have called this particular one so that I can give the better coding methodology, because this is, neat and clean. Your code should be neat and clean here. It is like anyone can understand. So if it is not like I have written, I only can understand this one. Anyone can read this particular code and easily understand, like, hey, he has written two function for save as draft. One is for enable disable rule, another one is for on click. Even if I have to change something for head and show rule, I have to go and I have to write here. If I have to change some logic here on click of that particular button, I have to change, or I have to write my logic inside this particular button. So same portion, same approach I have written inside this other button also. Even I have 20 different buttons, I have to follow the same approach. So my code here should be neat and clean, and everyone can understand that one, right? So I have written some additional alert notification here so that we can understand, and this last function also not needed, right? But I'm keeping this particular matter here. So now I have written this JavaScript file. Let's try to upload it. Save it, publish it, and now you are good to go. Hope you are able to understand. If you have any doubt, anything that we have to discuss, just let me know. Even I would not come to know, like, I need to cover something else. If you need my attention, maybe in next section, anything which you need my help, just ping me here in this particular session. And maybe if you cannot see here now, those two buttons are not visible here. Why? Why? Tell me. Because this record status is submitted. Now I want to change that one. So now what happened? Those two buttons are visible. Now suppose I have submitted this one. Here is claim. Sometimes something happen here. Record status is submitted. Those buttons are hide now. Understood? Now, if okay, so do you have anything because we achieve this particular requirement? Now I can add two more button here, or you want like you can add those two button. How quickly we can add those two buttons? Like I want to showcase. Let's do it. If everything is ready, how quickly we can add those two new buttons like approve and reject? If someone from your known to he want to start his career, he may be in different college, he cannot take any decision like where I have to go and which particular technology I need to start my career. So you can guide them and try to increase here capacity or bandwidth, and you have to guide their neighbors, their known to, so that at least they can have better opportunity in future. If they are struggling somewhere, you are the one you have to guide. And even if, because if they have right knowledge, right technology and right expertise, so they can make. So here suppose I want to create a new button. So how I'm doing, right click, copy paste and then paste. So this particular button we have to drag and drop here after this button, so I can change it. Approve. Approve it. Approve. Okay, now we have to change the button name. Dot approve. Okay, so now approve, we have created one additional command bar. This is the command bar. Commands dot AWPR. So here, because this is copied from different one, so here we have to change the function name. What is the function name here? Because this is button submit one, here we have to change the on click of submit, right? No, approve. Approve button. This is the function name. This is the function name we have written. Everything is fine. Now, this is submit rule. Here we can remove from this command, or we can add enable rule. Enable rule for approve. Where is approve? We already approve rule. Right now we are good. That one button is ready. Now, similarly, let me check that. Okay, now we have to copy this button. Copy, paste. Now we have to rename it. reject, 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 and now we have to display the correct name. Naming convention we have to take care, because here it is showing the different command name. It is creating even the backend, but we have to correct the naming convention also. So here reject, right? So here JavaScript function, JavaScript function. So let's, I can change it directly, but let's try to use copy paste so that we can avoid any silly mistake. Here in the display rule we have to change it, because this is related to, if here we have two options. If we are removing, right click and try to use. If we are clicking here remove from command, it will remove from this command. If we have selected here this delete from all command, it will remove all the command which are available here, right? So we are removing this one and adding the enable rule. Which one we have created here? Reject rule. Now we are good. We have created two more button. We have added all the rules. Now we have to publish it. And everything we have written, but one more thing we have to take care here. If you understand here how to add button icon. Button icon, see, you should have, even I have showcase you the same thing. Like if button icon is nothing, button icon is a web resource. Web resource, you can create a icon or that image types of icons. You have to find out. I will show you once it is imported. We have two types, because in the UI we need one different types of here icon, MIME icons we need. So that is called MIME icon for D365 CRM. So here you can check what icons. Here you can get those icons. There are multiple places you can go get those icons. These are the different types of MIME icons. You can download from internet. Maybe you can customize here. See here, approve and reject button. You can add those types of icons here. But how to add? You can utilize any of the step. Like here they are saying save this one as a SVG and then upload it, save it here, modern image here, modern image section. So earlier what happened, we have to add image 16 and image 32. So there are icons into 16 into 16 format, and another one is 32 into 32. But the latest one we have to add SVG icons. So you can create any web resource and you can add likewise. Okay, but here how to add for existing one, like I already did that one for one of the record. Save icon, save button. Here I can show you when it is draft mode. You can see here save as draft. I have utilized the same icon only. I just copy paste the name and it will showcase here save as draft. This is save as draft we have created. This is the out of the box. Here I have not added that one. So let me add another icon here also, and let's see once it is published. I can refresh it if everything goes well. Clear. team, do you have anything here? Otherwise, okay, good. It will take some time to upload it, but you should have the basic understanding like how we are utilizing the ribbon workbench and all. It is taking some additional time. Publishing, once it's done, we can try here after doing hard refresh. So as of now, what we have to do, those two buttons, suppose if it is submitted, it should show two button. Now, because we are hiding those two buttons, right? We are hiding those two buttons, save as draft and submit for approval. But here those two button will showcase. But thing is that those two buttons should not display to who already submitted your expense. Suppose you are the submitter, you are the approver, you can submit anything and you can approve. So in that case, you can get more money from your company. So is that right process or no? So you have to showcase those two button only for those person who are authorized to approve the claim, right? How to achieve that? So we already created one team yesterday, but I think we are over the time. But only one thing, okay, I think let me check if it is published or not. Otherwise, we have to do one more time publishing. Not sure how fast this time is going. 1 hour, within 1 hour, it's very difficult to explain those coding skills. So here, I think we have to do one more time publish and then it will reflect. But it will take some time. So let me check here with this command checker if those buttons are available. Those two buttons are not published yet, so we have to do publish. Anyhow, I can show you maybe tomorrow. After publishing, it will take 4 or 5 minutes sometimes. Okay, so let's connect tomorrow and with your proper questions and information. I will try to PL2. No, Microsoft need to do something like they are creating the new certification and those existing certification are expired. Okay, let's connect tomorrow with same time with additional energy. It is not like Saturday and we should not go into different level of saving mode. Thank you everyone. Let's connect tomorrow.